I want to see it.
Okay.
All right, let's. How about we try the male feminist viewpoint video? This
Oh,
this
Yeah,
should get your
yeah,
blood
sure.
boiling.
Oh boy. Again, if it's anything like the most recent
Just
thing
watch
you
the
found,
fucking video, retard. Shut the hell up.
yes, sir.
I am Dominic Roberto, and I am the president of my school's feminism
He's
club.
got that shit taped to his face.
The Feminism Club.
Oh, and he's the
I
president?
imagine that
Isn't
there's a
that part of the
mixture
Patreon?
in
President
the
of the
Oh my god,
feminism
he actually
club.
has a tape there. What the
I'm
fuck?
a genius.
I love how the
surround
president of the feminist
myself with
movement is a
girls on
man.
daily
That makes
basis.
sense.
Other guys, though, might be thinking that I'm definitely gay as a result of this. Some people might be thinking, there's no way I'm a feminist because I'm not an angry woman. And others
It's the way you're
might
awkwardly
think I
swaying.
have no
And
idea.
Are
your
you
fucking
saying?
pants
Are you?
like your
Wait a
tits.
minute. Time out. Did you just?
Fact
Did
is,
he just infer that all feminists are angry women?
Whoa.
That's sexist.
Wow, that's misogynistic.
Isn't this whole TED talk just him mansplaining shit?
I love
You're
I think the
fucking-
first line. The first line's the best. I am the president of the feminist organization at my school, and he's a guy.
That's like you coming on and saying, "Hello, my name is John Jinkelheimer Smith, and I'm the president of the Small Penis Club."
Fucking hell. Alright, continue.
I cannot
I've
look past
received
this fucking
all of these
tape
complaints
microphone.
to me or about me ever since I joined my club, Her Story, 2 years ago. So
He joined
even on
Her
my
Story.
First day, a guy gave me this smirk and nodded his head like he thought I had some crazy ulterior motives. And so this is,
I wonder why he did that.
and if it's not proof enough that feminism is a powerful word, I'll direct you to a picture of a poster that my club hung up in the
Look at the
school.
way he just
Simply because
moves
of the word
back and forth.
feminism, we
Yeah,
received a
you
complaint
just
from
sway.
him. It was deemed offensive to him. It's a powerful word.
Oh,
and how I
geez,
define it
guys.
is being an advocate for the
You're
rights of all
independent.
genders, politically, economically, socially, and culturally. So I want to share a bit today about my experience being in charge of Her Story, getting men involved in feminism, as well as the need for our feminism to be intersectional. So why did I join? Being an odd, socially awkward sophomore really wasn't my place.
No, you don't
talking about
say.
social justice
Lightsaber,
issues,
if you
but
think I'm
I was
angry, then you've got the
curious.
wrong
I told
idea.
myself, Dom, you can just
Yeah.
I don't. I
Zoom,
genuinely
avoid
just
eye
don't care.
contact, all
But this is
discussion,
again
just
the
get out
problem
and
with this
leave.
community is if you
He's
criticize
like,
anyone,
"Oh,
you're
I know if
angry,
you're not
bitter.
if you're not sucking the magical bash dick, then you must be an angry hater.
Yeah, you must be angry. There's no way you could just find comedy in that.
I just
you must be better.
I just think it's fucking hilarious. I don't want to make a
What?
LeBron mistake, but
Yeah.
I have nothing to say to those guys. I just don't care.
Yeah,
I
like, it's
just don't
yeah.
care.
we're
I moved on.
over
I have a
here.
see maybe one day when you're all grown up and you moved out on your own and you got a job and responsibilities, you'll turn around and go, "Wow, this fucking call shit was a goddamn waste of my
Wait,
fucking
Well,
time."
lightsaber.
there is-
Lightsaber. I'll just quickly say something, right? Like, in
You will
10
realize
days,
one day.
10 days, I'm fucking traveling the world. Do you think I'm gonna fucking focus on core shit?
Yes.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
dude, like
Nah, fuck that. I'm
When
traveling
you
the
know
world.
Well,
when
you
you
did
when
write a
you
whole
know that
script in your
Auri has done
group.
something retarded, you will come in here in a heartbeat.
Maybe.
Well,
I
Omega,
may be
you're
in
on a
Italy
cruise and you
I'll
wrote
be
a
like,
whole
fuck it.
script.
Here. I'll give a brief breakdown here. We'll go by the list. Omega, he's going around traveling the world. Me, I got in the gym, got in the best shape of my life, making more money than I've ever made before. I'm doing great. DNA, same thing. Octo, well, Octo's being Octo. He's always done good. Kingdom, well, he's Kingdom. He's never done good. But the fact of the matter is,
Fuck you, I
like,
got a
if-
job out of this
Like,
shit.
look,
at the end of the day, we
Crassus,
moved
the
on,
problem
and we'd like to laugh at shit.
the problem is we've committed the cardinal sins. Thou shalt, the cardinal rules of fucking call is thou shalt not get pussy, thou shalt not have a job, thou shalt not have a life outside of call.
Yeah, and the thing is he's probably sitting there thinking, "Oh, these guys hate me." We don't give a fuck, dude.
Yeah, I honestly don't.
At the end of the day,
Hmm.
I'm gonna make assumptions. Like, these are all assumptions. I'm assuming you're younger. I'm assuming you don't really know about
I can,
life.
but I can spend 12 years around this community because I didn't get involved like that.
After left court, there's
like,
like
what-
months and months of
What did I do in FAM other than sit around waiting for them to say, "All right, here's some lines for you to read"? I lived my life in between then.
Yeah. The problem is that this is all these kids have, and I
That's
guarantee
it.
you, you're gonna look at this. You're gonna grow up. You're gonna grow up, and you're gonna look at this community the same way we do, and say, "Fucking hell, a lot of this was stupid."
It's just cope. You're coping. Okay, you're coping, lightsaber. You want us to love Call, and I know that it hurts your little fucking fifis that we don't. That we're gonna sit here and laugh at your heroes, but that's the way it is. It just is what it is. All right.
Never meet your heroes.
Cope and sneed. Cope, seethe, and dilate. That's what you're gonna have to
Well,
do.
no, we don't
Cope,
have a
seethe, and
channel.
dilate.
We have a channel dedicated to us laughing at shit. That's just what it is. And again, you're sitting here pretending like we're doing these amazing productions, that we're putting all this time in it. Literally, DNA just goes, okay, we're streaming, and then we just laugh at shit, and then we move on. That's all we do. And like, again, you're looking for things that aren't there. I'm sorry if
Yeah.
that's the viewpoint you have, but
Cope-
you're looking for things that aren't there.
Cope and seethe. Cope and seethe.
Yeah.
That's
Let's
all.
continue. We're done with this.
And every week we delved more and more into what gender roles do and how the rigidity of them shape our society's expectations and our culture's roles for men and women. And personally for me, I never really fit into the male role.
I can't imagine, son.
Coordinated or tough or any.
You don't say.
Emotional and sensitive.
Yeah.
And this really shook
Dominic,
my
did
world,
you have a
seeing it from
father
different
growing up?
lens. So
Yeah,
by the
he
end of the
beat me
year,
every day.
I ended up
I would
putting my
actually
name
really
on
Being
the
a
like to have
ballot,
privileged
an
and
ally.
became one of the co-presidents for the next year. And ever since then, this is my senior year, my last year leading this club, I've become a lot more confident and passionate in my feminism. So I'm sharing this because even today,
Dude, so
when
awkward.
I tell people that I'm a feminist, they give me this look like I just told them I committed a murder or something. When in reality, it's a lot simpler than that.
It wasn't a murder.
I
It was
always
a
have to explain to
manslaughter.
them
It was a
this
yeah,
long,
manslaughter.
About like an hour-long answer I've given one time to people.
A manhood slaughter.
And I actually sometimes lose perception of time when I explain it. But I really want to try and get men involved in talking about feminism in more ways than just.
Isn't
I
that-
never did
hang on, though,
feminists.
isn't that
Feminists
going
are
backward?
crazy, things to that nature. And so, first, in order to do that, I want to address my least favorite argument that men often bring up to me, and that is the simple etymology of feminism. And
He
what I
just
have to
says
say is
exactly what
that
Carson
if you
just
think the
said.
fem part of
You heard
feminism is proof that women want to be
And I'm
superior,
one
that there's no
gets
equality
brought
for
up
men,
is like reverting.
or you want to say that feminists just want to take over just because of the fem part.
Just because.
Priorities in this movement. My first instance of addressing feminism. with
Anyone
men
who
is
sits
that
there, like, why do
there was a
people
play
do
put
this?
on
I don't-
last year
Anyone
you
who
know-
sits there, I'm
Forget
being taken advantage of.
Like, forget the feminism part of this speech. It's just his mannerisms, the way he
Yeah.
acts, the way he
Cadences.
talks. It just like it instills some instinctive. There's some instinctive part of me that just wants to bully the fuck out of him until he bands up.
And the problem is that this guy has probably never been told to man the fuck up. And a lot of people said this, oh, you can't do that. That's how boys become men, is by being told to get the fuck up and keep fucking going. This poor bastard, and I'm sure he's doing fine in life. I'm not sitting here saying he's a complete fucking loser, but just look at his cadences. He's probably got no confidence.
I'd
He's
like
awkward.
I'd like somebody to do some fucking research to see where this guy is today and how his life is going.
You know what? Oh, dude.
When was this done?
I don't remember. You'd have to look at when it was put up.
Get out of full screen, Omega.
Roberto.
Get out of full screen.
Hmm?
Look at the upload date on that.
Upload it.
7 years ago. Okay, well that's
So
way
2015. 2015.
Yeah.
So I mean, wonder what he's been doing in the last 7 years.
bathing with a toaster, maybe.
I'm wondering whether he's been Me Too'd or not.
Yeah, what have you done? Why have you gone to this extreme? What have you done?
It's like it happens every single fucking time. You get these guys who call themselves male feminists, and then they're the first ones to try to fucking get
They get
touchy.
found out for something.
They get touchy or creepy or some shit like that, man.
Yeah.
Like if he didn't go down that route, great. I'm glad for him. Happy for him. Glad he didn't get me too. But I have, sneaking little suspicion that might have happened to him somewhere
He
down the
looks
line.
afraid. He looks afraid. And again, why is that fucking microphone taped to his face? Why can't he, like, don't those things normally go around the ear? Why does he just have a wire?
Just taped.
Maybe it
Just
broke.
taped to his face.
It looks so weird.
All
had
right,
to
keep
do
going.
with alcohol and consent. And there was a fake trial put on and everything. And essentially,
is
there was a young
he
woman
talking about his
who
Me
had
Too
drank in
experience?
play, and her boyfriend had taken advantage of her and had been arrested as a result. But at the end of the day, I remember going on a run with some friends and being the only guy there who was not outraged at it. All the guys there brought up the same argument of she chose to drink that much. She deserved what she got. If you drive a car while drunk, it's your
Oh,
fault.
God forbid
Things
she
like
take
that.
responsibility for her fucking
The fact of the
actions.
matter is,
Hey, pause it.
disgusted me.
Did he not just say? Now, here's the thing. Did he not just say that this was her boyfriend? Okay, they were drinking together. When have you ever, DNA? When have you ever asked your wife for consent? Name one time.
Can I put it in your ass? Ah, no.
But again, like this is the thing that it's not just black and white. She was with her boyfriend. They were both drinking.
Yeah.
This
But,
is ridiculous.
but this is
To
Spurgs.
sit there and say
This is again because Spurgs do not understand how this relationship thing works, right? I don't have to sit there and fucking have my wife sign 39 fucking consent forms. She's grabbing my dick and pulling it towards her. Okay? That's all the consent I need.
Yeah, exactly. But then they'll have the argument of, well, she didn't say it was okay. She didn't fucking have to.
She said it was okay and I heard her. All right? She sounded like this. Go 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 go.
Christ.
Fuck it out. But God, yeah, like you said, Dina, God forbid she takes responsibility. Oh, I took those 18 tequila.
No, I'm not saying. Now, hang on.
Advantage of me.
Let me clarify my position. I'm not saying that you should take advantage of somebody who's drunk. I think we could all agree
No.
with that. But but for fuck's sakes, if I went out and fucking got drunk, and then got into a car and got caught driving drunk, whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Is it mine? Maybe if you're
Maybe it's the
going
cop's fault.
maybe if you're going to drink responsibly with the thought in mind that some guy might want to sleep with you because you're a woman. Like you can't live in fucking fantasy world where only the hot guys are going to want to sleep with you. That's fantasy fucking world. You're living in fucking La La Land.
There's a lot of ugly dudes that try to shoot their shot.
There is.
But
And
here's the thing, though. I'll give you a story. This is a story that actually happened to me. There was a girl that I used to work with. While she was sober, we were texting. She was saying she wanted to fuck me, this and the other, the whole nine. Every time I went to pick her up after work, she was shit-faced drunk. So I dropped her off. I left. There is responsibility on both sides. Now, if you're a guy and you're completely and utterly sober, and you pick up a broad that's drunk, you cannot, under any circumstances, even take that chance.
I just look at it like this. I wouldn't if I walked down the fucking dark alley with $100 bills sticking out of my pocket and got robbed. You would look at me and go, "Well, of course you did, idiot."
Well,
but I didn't consent to being robbed.
Have to deal with on a daily basis. There's hypersexualized ads, catcalling, being told how to feel, not being taken seriously in a leadership position, or being associated as an insult with weak, sexual assault. and the fact that there are majority groups of men that vote on policies affecting bodies they've never piloted before. And
God.
this image, I think,
What
clearly
the fuck?
defines kind of what men need to start realizing is that it's a lot easier to go through life not having to conform to such strict, rigid standards. And men,
Is it
Not
easy
having
for
to
you?
conform to
Is it
strict,
is
rigid
it
standard.
is it easy for you, buddy?
mentioned.
Is it easy when
And
guys
it's
call
not just
you a
that we need to
fucking
be supportive and there's no
homosexual
benefit
and
for us
ask
either.
you if you're,
Wanna
if you've
go
got
to the basics.
problems?
There's a hyper-masculine ideal man.
Non-virgin
models
equals
his
slut?
peers,
What?
Expected to take charge, always be interested.
That makes
sex,
no sense.
manly.
Well,
These
this
are-
is the problem with
Keep-
like all these arguments,
all of
whether
this
it's either
ironically
side, they
affects
go
us
to these
for
fucking
feminine.
extremes.
There's a reason
And
why
that's
we need
all
to
they argue
join
is these
the
extreme
patriarchy
points.
affects us as well. But in saying that, it should not be the only reason that feminism is valid. We shouldn't shy away from a conversation that women are having about an issue that doesn't affect a man at all. We should be there to listen, because comments telling women how they should feel when we've never experienced before are completely baseless.
But it's okay for them to tell us how to.
If we don't understand, we
Yeah, of
can
course.
only
This
listen
guy
and
is a
support. We
simp.
can't try and talk for someone. And so I call out to men to call each other out, especially
Pause it.
yourselves. There are several daily.
The first person I want to call out is him. The first person I want to call out is him. Like, buddy, if you think that women have it so fucking hard, right? I want you to try to get a date, and then tell me how hard women have it, because your
I mean,
your
really.
scrawny little twink ass. If you're not looking for some BBC, you're gonna have a hard time.
Yeah, like that's just the root of the fucking matter. It's like they argue these extreme points, but the fact is, like everyone has their fucking struggles. Nobody, I would actually probably dare to say that women live life on fucking easy mode.
I don't know about easy mode. But they do. They're
In
There-
some forms
there-
of life,
there-
it's easier to be a woman than
Some
a
There-
man.
yeah,
forms.
there are-
I'm not
there are-
saying in every aspect.
It's easier as a guy to walk down the street at night without having to worry about,
Being robbed
being
or
robbed or
raped.
raped or something like that. It is
Yeah.
easier in that aspect. At the same time, it's easier for a woman to go into a nightclub and get a hookup than it is a guy. That's why men and women are different, because we live different. We have different experiences, right?
And
I'm not-
well, I kind of originally forgot my point, but the thing is, you can be a guy who realizes these things and still advocate for women. See, me, I'm all about it. Yeah, equality, all that shit. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit there and go, "Oh, I'm a feminist." Blah, blah, blah. No, I just believe that everybody, regardless of gender, race, creed, color, whatever the fuck it is, to be able to do what they want to do. That's all you have to say. You don't have to go to these extremes of doing this fucking TED talk, sitting there swaying like a fucking flag in the breeze when you're about as thick as a goddamn flagpole. And sitting there,
Is this
"Oh,
a real
the-"
crisis, or who is this guy?
You know,
Fucking
like,
saying that everybody needs to
I
be
just-
treated equally? Who the fuck
I
is
just-
this
I-
guy?
Jesus, like people go to these extremes. It's fucking, it's bonkers to me.
The internet told me that Crisis is a transphobic asshole. What the fuck?
Oh, I
And
know.
he hates
Twitter
women
told
as
you. I was,
well.
oh, I know. Twitter told you. It must be true.
Man, I've been lied to from the
Things that I
internet.
hear that are so simple to call out as an easy solution to some of the simple things. Next time you want to call a woman a slut, maybe think about why it's acceptable and often worshipped for men to be taking several partners, and yet the exact opposite. is
Because it's
true for women.
hard.
And the same applies for when you shame a girl for maybe not being interested in sex. And that also stems toward men and how they're shamed for not being interested in sex or even being virgins. This sort of body
Because it's
policing
not by
can easily
choice.
be fought by simply calling each other out and yourselves, and recognizing too that it's not just calling each other out in a
Who
locker
shames
room sort
women
of
for not
situation,
sleeping
but that
around?
we need to call
Not
out
in this
in the
day and age.
media too.
Other
Yeah,
women,
like-
you know who does it? Other
Music
women.
video
Other
advertising
women
as a-
shame
a
each other for
woman
sleeping
used as an
around.
object, as a sex object. And
Yeah,
it's
the most a guy's
the-
gonna
a
do is
direct
just not
image
sleep
of,
with her.
no body hair except for the head, one certain type of body except you have to be skinny, but you also have to be curvy. Realizing that men, we don't
Not
We're
like
gonna go
this
through
guy.
this, and
This guy
we
likes
need
this
to
guy
call
likes
each
the
other
fucking
out when we're making
robot.
these
Who's
things,
that?
and
Who's that
come
big fucking
outraged
square
when
robot
it's
from
used in every
fucking
advertisement that
Futurama?
exists.
He wants a woman built like a fucking linebacker.
So I talked a lot about sort of
Fucking
getting into
calculon or
into
something?
feminism,
Yeah,
but
something
my
like that.
journey as a feminist goes a little farther than that, and has to become intersectional, which has to do with a lot of different social justice issues. It goes more than just talking about female oppression. It goes into race, LGBTQ issues.
Oh, here we go.
So it's not just
sexuality, all of that.
Fucking
we
hell.
can't take
Important
one thing
that
at a
we-
time.
That we do more than just acknowledge in
Gonna
feminism
tackle
that
every problem
women are
ever.
oppressed, but acknowledge that there's so many different women oppressed in so many different ways as a result of their diversity. So that's why we need allies in every facet of social
Okay.
justice.
I'm gonna
And
ask
those
you guys
of
a
us who
question.
are privileged,
I want each of you to answer this. Do you truly believe that in today's modern age that women are oppressed?
Oh, no.
In today, 2023, do you truly believe?
No.
No.
I mean, the feminism movement has actually made sure that now a lot of women hate men. Actually,
Maybe in 20
know?
maybe in Saudi Arabia in 2023.
Yeah, in the West, America,
Yeah.
Canada.
I don't think in Afghanistan, they are free.
I want
Yeah,
The
but
I
women
want,
nobody
over there.
talks about that. Nobody talks
Yeah.
about the country where women are kidnapped and forced into marriage. Nobody talks about that. But they're oppressed
Hmm.
here.
this is what happens. This is what happens when you're a twiggy little nerd. You don't get any pussy and guys make fun of you for it. All right, you walk out wearing a pink shirt telling everybody about how much you love feminism, and then everyone in the comment section just laughs at you.
Even though this video is like what 7 years old? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I mean,
If you're
even in
such a
20, even
feminist,
in
if you're such a feminist, go to the Middle East and fight for the rights there.
yeah,
Because
even in
they're not oppressed
2016,
here anymore.
even in 2016, the West was the most progressive part of the world.
What are you talking
No.
about? Don't you remember that no woman ran for president in 2016? That never happened. No woman became chancellor of Germany around the same time. That never happened.
And that
Yeah.
was not specifically a good thing.
I
Not
find
because
it
she's
funny.
a woman, she's
I find
incompetent.
it funny. There's a saying. There's a saying that goes, "Privilege is blind to those that have it." I find it funny how the women that are the most liberated, that are the most free, are the ones that fucking complain the most.
Yeah.
All right,
And,
let's
and it goes the other way with guys too. Guys fucking sit here and complain, saying, "Oh, it's so hard to get pussy. I'm gonna, what is it, MGTOW or whatever the fuck?"
I wonder
It's
sometimes
like,
if the feminists of this part of the world are looking at what is happening in Iran and actually think they're on the same level of protests,
Yeah.
Because when you fucking try,
I have a little bit
Go
of
ahead.
I have a little bit of sympathy for the MGTOW guys because some of those guys are guys who like maybe they were married or they had a long-term dating relationship and they're just done. They're just done with dealing with fucking broads. And I can't really blame them. Sometimes you just want to say fuck it, I need to do my own thing, I need to live my own life and, fuck a relationship. That's fine.
Well, it's like that. It's like the documentary we watched of the fucking the incel. They're sitting there, and the one guy who literally said, "Oh no, women aren't people." It's like it goes both ways. This is not a one-dimensional struggle.
oh, he's right. Women are objects.
Look,
And clip that one.
I don't see what's wrong with that statement.
No. Well, you are from Germany, so let's
Yeah.
just point that out.
The new Germans have told me this, so
So, yeah, the new German government.
all right. Let's
No,
get
not
it
the
on.
government, the new Germans.
Let's get it on. I want to go
wake
to a
me
break
up
and then come back to
stand up
this
help
the
each
other
other, it
video and then
becomes
the
less of
tournament.
an issue of black versus white, male versus female, gay versus straight, transgender versus cisgendered. It becomes us versus sexism versus the patriarchy versus transphobia, homophobia, and us against injustice in general. I'm going to share another story that affected my school last year and got me a lot more
I
involved
wish I could deflect all criticism by
trans
just
issues.
homophobic.
We last year my school decided to change the gown colors from girls wear white and boys wear maroon to including that everyone wears one color, which was voted on to be maroon.
Yeah, it's nothing better than
Um,
communism.
This was a choice that
Oh, maroon.
they
That was
wanted
what.
to do
I see where this is
when they didn't
going.
conform to a
Yeah.
simple gender binary. And that's actually an article right
Octo
there at the bottom
recognizes
from the
these
Globe.
patterns.
A few days ago, actually, it came out having to do with our school inspiring others. But it was a lot more complicated than just a simple choice. The student body was completely split down the middle. Some people understanding completely that this is an issue that affects people in a way they'll never understand. But to many, they thought it was ridiculous. Comments were made in argument against this, that white looks better to decorate, or it looks better when it's white and maroon. People complaining about this are oversensitive, they're weak.
Those people were right.
They're
Yeah.
It's not that simple.
They were
Yeah,
right.
they're right.
You don't understand what it's like for someone to live in a world where they don't conform maybe to the gender
Oh,
binary.
oh, she has to wear maroon.
Where they
Oh,
don't conform to the
This is
gender
something that really
binary.
struck me because I hadn't thought much about
of the
the
two
privilege I
genders,
received
one or
being
the other.
male, identifying as male, being cisgendered. It really made me think about a whole bag of privileges.
I
that was
guarantee
invisible
he
to me.
trooned out. He trooned
And
out. I put money on it.
that's what I want to address, is that we need to other cultures, not just looking into women, but looking into colored women, looking into trans women. Feminism is even sometimes criticized for not including trans women as much as it should.
You don't say.
Because they're not
So I
women.
ask you all to turn on the news amidst
fuck
millions
me.
of sexually objectifying ads.
Wait,
there's
you don't want to
topics being
include me in
talked about
feminism because I have a
everywhere in social
penis?
justice.
How dare
There's
you?
news about police brutality and ensuing
Just as long as it's not
uprisings, gay marriage
18.25-inch
being voted
cock.
on,
Look at this guy in the
transgender
background,
being
looking through the curtain. Like, is this still going?
some college girl experiencing
Yeah.
sexual
They're all
He's-
leaving.
He's getting ready for that cane. All right, he's getting ready for that cane and hook.
for female candidates running for president.
Oh
Pull
god.
him right
So
out
my
the stage.
challenge to
What are you
everyone
talking
is
about?
That's
That never
positive.
three
happened.
important things.
That never
No
happened.
matter who you are, you most likely do not fall into every single
Oh.
privileged group that there is. There's
That fucking
an
tape on
oppressed
his
group that
face.
there is. There's
I
some
Hillary
privilege you most likely have.
I can't not look at it. It's
So-
just too funny.
And on his
First,
neck.
I ask,
I
what
hope-
is it
Yeah,
about
why-
other people, their culture.
Wait, hang on. What
Expose
is taped to
yourself.
his neck?
Nothing.
What, there's
Nothing.
He just
there.
likes
Nothing.
it.
He had to
just
put a,
likes duct tape.
I'm pretty sure as he walked in and he's like, "Here, I'm here to give the feminism talk." Someone punched him in the neck. All right, with a ring.
Was this
No,
in New
it's just
Jersey? Was it you, DNA, who punched him?
Probably. Probably.
It's an extra piece of tape in case the first piece of tape failed.
I'm not saying who
When I
punched the
joined-
guy, but somebody punched him.
Her story a while back, I was told to shut up and listen so many times.
That's what you
Really
should have
didn't
done.
get it, and
Yeah.
Shut
well,
up
you
and
didn't
listen.
did you?
This always
didn't
works
fucking
well with
listen.
people. If you tell them to shut up and you
I
should
could
just
have easily
listen.
been a part
Yeah,
of it,
works always
perpetuating
good.
it without realizing it. And next, talk to other people from these groups and find out their perspective on life. It's like finding out what a public restroom means to you compared to somebody who's transgendered, or
Why are
Can I
you
talk
thinking
about
of
the
the
restroom?
restroom?
These
like
women.
what going to police
Why are
station
you
is
thinking
like
of the
for
re- Why are you thinking of the
African
restroom?
American
Why is the
descent.
first
I wanna
thing you
bring
go
up-
to?
It means talking to a
I
woman.
want to bring up a
about
point
what
about the
late night
restroom. Just pause it for a second. So in my college, they have the all gender bathroom. Now they have male bathrooms, they have female bathrooms. So every guy I know refuses to use the all gender bathroom, and all the girls have said the exact same thing. They fucking hate them. They will not go in there. They don't feel comfortable. They don't feel safe. So at what point are we putting the needs of this small group over the needs of all women? How is that progressive for feminism?
It isn't.
In what way?
Crassus,
In what way?
stop speaking sense.
When you're
Okay.
when your pre-op trans ass walks in to a woman's locker room where there might be little girls, and you're slinging your tiny dick around for all God and everyone to see. All right, that you can't. There's no like
No.
like you got to
Just
be.
no.
You're just a fucking pedo. All right, you're just a fucking pedo, and I'm not. I ain't gonna fucking.
I think, yeah.
I ain't gonna draw straws. You're a fucking pedophile, and you deserve to be arrested for
I mean,
exposing yourself.
me and DNA have actually like said this. Like, the thing is with all of these fucking pronouns and all of this movement when it comes to self-identification and how everyone needs to bend to their will and how society needs to adapt to their own individuality. you're getting now to a point where fucking you're gonna get cunts that are gonna be like, yeah, I may be 45, but I'm actually 16.
Yeah,
Right.
you're gonna
It's
you're gonna
like, come
start
on.
getting you're
If
gonna
you
start
don't-
getting you're gonna start getting the people who, once you can start
You're
identifying
already
as
getting
anything,
it.
yeah, once you start
Yeah.
being able to identify as anything, now it's all of a sudden I identify as 6 years old. Therefore, it's okay if I fuck a 6-year-old. That's the
I
kind
also
of
don't
Like
under- I
I've
also
already
don't
seen it
understand when
all
you
over
are
Twitter before.
I also don't understand how you can be
Yeah.
a convicted rapist and then you tell everyone, well, now I'm a woman, I identify as such, and then
They
the
put you in a
state
female
literally
prison.
says, all right, then we'll put you in a female prison then, yeah.
because race communism,
I still remember.
because identity politics is retarded. It's just
I
fucking
still
retarded.
remember when fucking this Pride Month happened last year or whatever, and fucking there was this thing going on Twitter where there were just groups en masse of people that like, yeah, this is our month to support all the, gay, lesbian, blah blah blah, and then they're talking about, I forgot exactly what it's actually called, but they're talking literally basically pedophilia. It's like, it's time to celebrate and express ourselves, and that, all of us challenging, it's not pedos, but like, the fucking name that they call their own sexuality or whatever.
I'm
And
sorry.
it's like, dude, you're fucking freaks.
I'm
dude.
sorry to disappoint
shot.
you. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings, but the majority of people
You're a
agree with
pedophile.
us. The majority of people agree with us.
Well, that's just this is the problem. You never really see this stuff in real life unless there's an event specifically held for it. When's the last time someone's come up to you with this fucking bullshit? And look, again, if you're trans, if you're gay, then do what you want to do, but stay the fuck away from children. I don't give a fuck what your beliefs are. I don't give a fuck what you're preaching. Stay away from my kids. Stay away from everyone else's kids.
I always knew you had kids.
Walk means to her compared to you. And lastly, we need to talk to each other about these issues. Remember,
Talk
to
to
your
each
friends
other,
about
guys.
Issues that affect women.
Yeah, because it doesn't happen
Straight
already.
talk to each
But
other and
there's
learn
people
more
that have a
about gay
different
culture
opinion than
and the
mine,
things that
then
gay people have to
fuck
go
you,
through.
you're a misogynist, you're a
Just-
We all
racist,
do
you're a
this.
Nazi.
We demand
This motherfucker is
Blah, blah,
sweating
blah.
soy. He is
just
straight
more
sweating soy.
empathetic to listen to each other. Then we'll be able to create a more just, sensitive, and empathetic place for the future generations of our kids. It's
Oh,
nothing
look,
radical.
there's
it's
a woman in the
nothing
background taking
special,
pictures.
it's
But look at
nothing
this
new.
goof.
It's just what I call simple human decency. Thank you.